4 more wins away from ending years of disappointment for both teams. 4 more wins from ending all this heartbreak and possibly ending a curse.
Goats aren't necessarily thought of as majestic creatures. They graze and bleat. They're used for milk and by companies like Holland Goats of Valley City to clear shrubs and greenery.
They're great for clearing out poison ivy, thistles, any kind of brush or weeds that you don't want to mess around with. They're happy to do.
But do they have supernatural abilities? Well, if you ask any sports fan from the Second City, they seem to think so. The curse of the Billy Goat dates back to the 1945 World Series, where, as legend has it, Cubs fan Billy Cianis bought 2 tickets to Game 4. One for himself, one for his pet goat, Murphy. However, after fans complained about the smell of the goat, owner P.K. Wrigley asked them to leave. Cianis was so angry that he cursed the Cubs, saying, quote, "The Cubs ain't gonna win no more." And although they were up 2-1, they ended up losing Game 4 and lost the series, prompting Cianis to send Wrigley a telegram saying, quote, "Who stinks now?" The Cubs have never been back to the World Series, haven't won a championship since 1908, continuing to swell the curse of the Billy Goat. Do goats have supernatural abilities or curses or hexes that you're aware of?
Well, you know, I can't say for sure whether they do or don't, but I wouldn't put it past them. They're pretty sneaky.
The Indians, meanwhile, have a drought of their own, dating back to 1948, and it, too, involves a curse. In 1960, the Indians traded home run champ Rocky Colavito to the Detroit Tigers. Fans in Cleveland were outraged, and the lure of the curse was born.
Not that we felt anything of the curse of Colavito, but as you can see, you know, nothing happening for the Tribe as far as World Series titles from 1948 to here we are right now.
But if both teams are actually hexed, one of them has to end. So which curse is more powerful?
I'm going to say the goat curse is far worse. I mean, for all the things that have went wrong for the Cubs and Bartman down the left field line, I think Chicago's got it far worse.
The goats are extremely powerful, so in the end, they're going to win for sure. The goats are taking the Cubs down.
So whether or not you believe in curses or hexes, I think that everyone will agree that we'll take all the help we can get. You don't want to take any chances with the World Series on the line, and Heather and James agree. They're bringing their goats up here to Progressive Field this morning. They're going to be out in the plaza and around downtown around 9 a.m. You can stop in and see them and pray whatever you need to do with these goats to try to summon anything that we can to help the Indians get these 4 more wins and end their curse.